Uh, Good morning again to everybody. And the subject we are covering is Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. This is probably the world's most powerful literature ever written. It is something which is beyond imagination, and one can only realize when you study the scripture, when you see the possibilities that are being discussed, when you understand the science which is being explained behind that. This is something which is even stranger than science fiction. It is much, much beyond what human mind can imagine. Much, much beyond that. And the beauty is that it is based on very fundamental principles, very simple, easy principles. They are so easy, so fundamental, so basic that human beings have forgotten to look at the simplicity of things. We get enamored by the complexity of things, and we have missed out on the basic truth of existence. So, what is the basic truth? And where is the key? The key here is in Patanjali's second sutra, where he defines yoga. His definition of yoga is very different from the definitions of yoga given by Krishna in Mahabharata and Gita. He says, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Yoga means when the vrittis in the mind are reduced, are controlled, are put to rest. Now the question is, we understand mind, we understand reduction, we understand control. But do we understand yoga? Do we understand vritti? We don't. Sadly, we do not understand yoga and we do not understand vritti. Now, while we were praying, there were some sounds coming. There were people talking. There was some conversation happening. I'm sure it disturbed many of us. That disturbance is a vritti. So, what is a vritti? Vritti comes from the word vortex, a whirlpool. A whirlpool has two qualities. It is something, it is an object, it is a thing, and there is motion in it. So a vritti has these two qualities. It has motion, change, and it has some object connected to it. So anything in your mind, anything coming into your mind, anything popping inside your mind, popping out of your mind, which is connected to an object and which is connected to change, is vritti. And it has to go. That is the cause of all mental disturbance. That is the cause of all tension, stress. That is the cause of your disease. That is the cause of the doubt you have. That is the cause of the fear you have. That is the cause of your lack of concentration. That is the cause of your misapprehension. That is the cause of your attachment. That is the cause of your hatred. That is the cause of everything you experience inside your head. Each and everything which you are experiencing inside your head is caused simply by two things: an object and the movement of the object. If there is an object alone, and there is no movement, that object will stop disturbing you in some time. The mind will get used to it. The mind will accept it. The mind will not get disturbed by it. But if that object is moving in your mind, if your perception about that object is moving, if your imagination about that object is moving, if your memory about that object is moving, then there will be problem. That is the cause of all human mental problems. And what are we? We are the body, we are the mind, and we are the spirit. None of us believe we are the spirit. You bring me one person who says he is the spirit, I will take a knife and cut his hand and show to you how he screams. He will immediately start believing he is the body. None of us actually believe कि हम आत्मा है. ये शास्त्रों के लिए है, ये ज्ञानियों के लिए है, ये ऋषियों योगियों का ज्ञान है, वेद का ज्ञान है, उपनिषद का ज्ञान है, लेकिन प्रैक्टिकल नहीं है, रियलिस्टिक नहीं है. So we don't believe. We believe we are the mind, we believe we are the body. And the mind and body are actually one. What is in the mind today becomes the body tomorrow. Your thoughts today turn into physical tomorrow. So mind and body are one. All psychosomatic diseases constitute about 80 to 85% of all human diseases. Others might be genetic, where you have no control. But psychosomatic is something which is coming from your psyche, from your psycho, from your mind. And soma is the body. So if it is coming from my mind, if the source is my mind, so what are the building blocks of this disease in my mind, which I need to control, monitor, and remove from my mind? They are simply two. They are two blocks which you need to control and remove from your mind. One is the object, other is the motion of that object. So what does our ancient science call it? What terms have been used in the Vedas and the Upanishads by the Rishis, Munis, Shastras? They have called it tamas and rajas. Tamas means an object which has a form. All objects have form. And rajas means motion of that form, transformation of that form. When there is no form, then it is formless. Formless means sattva. So anything which is light, anything which is good, anything which is divine, anything which is holy is sattva, the formless. And the moment the form comes in, you have the Rakshas coming there. You have, you have a very powerful entity coming there. This form has color, has shape, has size, can be seen by the sense organs. It entices the sense organs. It plays its games. It creates attraction. It creates aversion. And your mind gets entangled. And entanglement of the mind means the peace of the mind is gone. So to keep your mind disentangled, you have to keep it disentangled from form, from objects. So does it mean that we do not see objects? Does it mean that we keep our eyes closed and become a Dhritarashtra? It does not mean that. It means be in the form, but be formless. Be with the form, but don't get enamored by that form. You might have the most beautiful girl in the world as your wife. Don't fall in love with her beauty. Don't fall in love with her form. Fall in love with the formless in her. You might dream, today I'm earning, say, a lakh rupees a month. I want to earn 10 lakhs a month. That is rajas. That is motion. That is change. That is transformation. You want to transform from where you are to where you want to go. There is nothing wrong in that transformation. You must transform, but transform without attachment to the pleasure. Once I get 10 lakhs, then I will enjoy these pleasures. It will satisfy my ego. I will show my neighbor. I will prove to my wife. I will put my son to the most elitist school in town. I will go to Switzerland for a holiday. Those pleasures need not be attached to, because that is what causes the entanglement. There is nothing wrong in being in a world of objects. The entanglement with those objects is to be avoided. Say, for instance, I am walking on my street outside my house. There will be many cars parked out there. They have a form, they have a color, they have a shape. Do I get entangled with them? No. But say the moment I see a beautiful, expensive car, say a car worth 5 crores of rupees parked there, brilliant color, beautiful design, I notice that. And then the entanglement starts. I did not notice 10 other cars I passed. They did not register with me. My mind did not notice it also. Mind did not know it existed. I crossed so many trees on my path. I crossed so many stray dogs on my path. I crossed so many shops on my path. I don't notice them. They don't cause a vritti. My mind remains at peace. My mind remains at calm. But the moment I notice a form, and the moment I attach certain motion, transformation to that form, that is where the problem starts. The problem starts big, real big. I will just refer to Patanjali's Sutra number 130, where he says there are certain mental disturbances which happen. And he is listing those mental disturbances. I will just read them out for you. Okay, it is chapter 1, Sutra 30. And he says they are actually distractions of the mind. Mind gets distracted. Mind moves away from its place of serenity. Mind moves away from its place of peace. Mind gets entangled. So the first one he says is disease. The moment your mind starts moving from where it is supposed to be, at peace with itself, there is a disease which happens. Coming back to the prayer which we are doing, and there were those noises coming, I'm sure some of you felt angry. Some of you felt angry at the person who was speaking. Some of you felt angry at the organizers of this program. Why can't they mute? And some of you were simply not bothered. You did not allow that trigger from outside world to disturb your inner peace. The world will come to you always, all time. to create a trigger, to create a ripple, to create a disturbance in your mind. Your mind must be still. Your mind must be stable. Your mind must be steady. Your mind must be under your control. And that can only happen when it is developed as a habit. Only the biggest of sadhus probably have it from birth, genetically. But everybody else has to do the sadhana, the practice, the abhyas to bring this under control. So all disease is because of this disbalance of the mind. We'll come to them one by one. I'm just listing them out now for you. Then he says idleness. You have time, you don't know what to do with it. That also is a mental disturbance. Doubt, carelessness, sloth. Sloth means laziness, lack of detachment. You are obsessively attached to something. Misapprehension. You are not clear. Failure to attain a base for concentration. You cannot concentrate. Your mind jumps around like a monkey. And the mind is unstable. It cannot remain in a stable position for a long time. He says these are distractions of the mind. And these distractions of the mind, they come with the vrittis. He has listed 9 of them here. And then in the subsequent sutra, he has listed 5 more. He said when these 9 happen, then those 5 also happen. So if you're interested in knowing those 5 also, let me read them out for you. In Sutra number 131, he says, suffering. Suffering means dukkha, dejection, trembling. The body trembles. There is nervous stress in the body. Body is not steady. Inhalation. Inhalation is not steady. Inhalation is not at a periodic pace. Exhalation is not at a periodic pace. All of them accompany these distractions. And these are just a few of them. Because once you understand the science, once you understand the reason, the cause, and the solution, it is very simple, very, very commonsensical. You see, what is disease? In disease, we have 3 things flowing in our body. We have liquids flowing in our body, we have air flowing in our body, and we have energy flowing in our body. Whenever these 3 are flowing in balance, the body is in balance. So these 3 can be understood as, energy can be understood as sattva, the formless. The air can be understood as rajas, because it is air. It is movement, constant movement. And the liquid can be understood as tamas. So when the formless, and the transformation between them, the movement between them gets disbalanced, then disease happens. So you have to balance them. Now, where do you locate them in your body? You locate them in your body, in your mind. Your mind has a combination of vrittis coming. So these vrittis would either be sattva, rajas, or tamas. These vrittis would either be formless, form, or transformed vrittis. Vrittis undergoing change. So when you are able to monitor vrittis, then you are able to monitor the state of your body. You are able to monitor the state of your disease. You are able to correct your disease. It is a constant diagnostic tool available to you 24 hours, silently available. Not even your wife or child will know what are you monitoring, what are you working on, what are you improving, what magic you are up to. So each of these disturbances are mental. And mind, three things are happening. Form is coming, formless is coming, and there is a transformation. Why? Because that is the only three things which are there in this existence. If you look in the world outside, what do you see? You see form, you see formless, and you keep on seeing change in form. Do you see anything else? Any fourth thing have you ever seen in your life? Or has anybody else ever seen? No. So what is out there is coming into us through our five sense organs. And what qualities of nature are out there, those qualities of nature are also getting reflected in our mind. Why? Because my mind is also Prakriti and the objects also are Prakriti. Both of them constitute Prakriti. So it is the same thing which is entering through the five doors of the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and the skin. So I am supposed to be in balance with the outer. The inner and the outer have to be in balance. But if one is dominating the other, then there is a disbalance. Then there is a stress. If you are trying to push the world, then there is stress. Then there is an ego working there. If the world is pushing you and trying to put you into a particular position, then there is stress. So the best way to operate is to be in balance. And the best way to find that balance is to keep on checking the rajas, the tamas, and the sattva, which is happening inside your mind. That is the form, the formless, and the transformation of thoughts which is taking place in your mind, because thoughts are visible to you. Thoughts are there for you to see, and you can always correct your thoughts. So this is disease. Whenever there is a disbalance between the liquid, the air, and the energy, between the sattva, rajas, tamas, there is a disease. Moving further, if you look at idleness, what is idleness? How is idleness defined? Idleness is called dhyana and is the disinclination of the mind towards work, a sort of mental paralysis. Idleness is a sort of mental paralysis. That means there is no rajas, there is no transformation happening. Whatever form has formed is stuck there, it is not moving. Whatever thought has come is stuck there, it is not changing. There is no rajas. So that leads to idleness. So you will find all problems, all 100% of your problems which are not genetic, will come to your mind, will come to these three elements, rajas, tamas, and sattva, form, formless, and transformation. And if you are able to work on these three, you can do it easily, any day, anytime, anywhere. You will find magic happening in your life. Absolute magic happening in your life. So, how to remove idleness? Bring in action, bring in rajas, bring in motion. bring in transformation. You see, how do you start a car? A car is stationary. A car is idle. There is no motion. You put the starter on. You give it electric current and you put the starter on. And then the car runs. Similarly, if there is idleness, you have to put the starter on, put the rajas on, put the motion on, put the transformation on, and then the change will happen. Coming to doubt. Now, let us look at how whatever definitions I'm telling you now are definitions used by the commentators who have commentated on Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Okay, it includes Shankara, it includes, by Shankara I mean Shankaracharya, it includes Vyasa, it includes Vijnana Bhikshu, some of the leading commentators. Their understanding I'm sharing with you so that you have absolute authentic knowledge of what was originally passed down as yogic knowledge and what others have understood over hundreds of years. Yeah. So the definition of idleness was given by Shankaracharya, what I shared with you. And the doubt is called samasya. Samsaya. Samsaya is taken as the consideration of two sides of an issue. You don't know whether A is right or B is right. So you're looking at A also, you're looking at B also, they're looking at A also, looking at B also. What it means is that the mind has a lot of rajas. The mind is in motion. It is getting transformed periodically, regularly. That is why there's an indecision happening. That is why there is a doubt happening. That is why the clarity is not coming. Because the mind is not being held steady. Mind is constantly jumping, moving because of rajas. So if you work on the rajas, you will find your doubts will go away in life. You will be a person who would be strong-willed, single-willed, and success will come very fast after that. Going further ahead, he talks about carelessness. He says carelessness is lacking the foundation to practice samadhi. It is presumably a reference to neglecting the 8 limbs of yoga. 8 limbs of yoga are the 8 steps of yoga, yogic practice, yogic sadhana, which have been prescribed by Patanjali to move from the lowest stage to the highest stage. So these 8 steps, you start from nowhere and reach everywhere. So he says when you are careless, then you are not actually able to practice these 8 steps, and there is a lack of persistence. There is a lack of persistence. So again, it is a question of holding the mind at one place. Holding the mind at one place. Now, how can you hold the mind at one place? When the rajas element is dropped. Rajas is motion. Rajas is movement. Rajas is change. Rajas is transition. Rajas is transformation. So we must learn to control these 3 elements in us, mainly rajas and tamas, the object and its transformation. The moment we are able to do this, we become holy, we become divine, we become very close to God, we become saintly people. Going further ahead, he says alasya. Alasya is caused due to heaviness. Now, tamas is a form. Anything which has a form will have weight, will have size, will have a density. So if there is laziness, that means tamas is heavy. That person is unable to move, unable to shift. The rajas is low because the tamas is high. The form has taken a lot of weight. The form has become grounded. The form is unwilling to shift, unwilling to move. There's too much of inertia. That inertia has to go. So how will that inertia go? You will require rajas. It is like again coming back to the car example. You have a car and the starter is not working. So what do? You push the car. You get 4, 5, 10 people and you push the car. And then the engine starts. So similarly with lazy people, you have to push them. You have to push them sufficiently so that they are able to cross over into motion, and then the starting happens. Lack of detachment, that is over attachment. It could be a compulsive attachment, a compulsive attraction towards something. So he says that this is due to mental greed, due to the mind contemplating the sense objects. Now, what are sense objects? Sense objects are again form, which the senses are seeing. That is again tamas. So, over attachment happens because of tamas, because of getting pulled in by the sense objects, pulled in by the objects around us, getting fascinated by them, getting enthralled by them, getting enticed by them. So, there is where the wire has to be cut. There is where the circuit has to be changed so that the modification can happen, the change can happen. And misapprehension. He says misapprehension is essentially mistaken knowledge. What you think as mother of pearl, when you think of mother of pearl as silver, it is something else, you think of it as something else. So that is a bhranti darshana is the word used. Shankara considers this to be a misconception about the path of yoga itself. He says you have such a misconception that you are not able to see the right path at all. You are only seeing the wrong path. Even every effort is put to show you the right path. Logically, it is explained to you. Wise people tell you, but your mind is unable to see that path. So there is a bhranti there which creates all this. So what is this bhranti? This bhranti here is too much of tamas and zero rajas. But this tamas is not in the right place. This tamas is in the wrong place. You have taken the wrong position in life and you're holding on to it. You're not moving out of it. You're not shifting out of it. You're not changing yourself. You are happy. You think you are right. The world is wrong. You are not believing your own sense organs. You're not believing your own logic. You're not believing the wise sayings of elders in the family or people who know. You are like a stubborn person hanging on to your own idea of what should be done. So it is form which is put in the wrong place. And then we come to failure to obtain concentration. There are people who are unable to concentrate because they have never concentrated. They have always been shifty in their approach in life. Their thoughts have been shifty. They have been jumping around like a monkey in their thought processes. So when you ask them to sit and concentrate for 15 minutes, they cannot. So there, what needs to be done? There, abhyas needs to be done. The shifting of the mind is happening because of rajas. It is the rajas which is jumping around. So we have to slowly bring down their rajas so that he is able to sit in one position. First is the body, then is the mind. You must remember that. People by mistake start with the mind in concentration. No, start with the body first. Bring the body to one position. You might keep your eyes open. You might do whatever you want, but stay in one body position for a sufficiently long time, the time you want to meditate. Once you're able to tune the body, then come to the mind and then start bringing it down in stages. One need not start with half an hour of meditation. No, you'll run away. Start with 2 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of meditation, and not serious meditation. It could be something very simple for the mind. You can ask him to think of something which is very pleasant. Which nice holiday did you go to? Oh, I went to Switzerland and had a beautiful time there. Fine. So you sit for 5 minutes and think about that beautiful time you spent in Switzerland. So as the body gets comfortable, the mind is focused to Switzerland now. The mind is not jumping around all over the globe. Mind is in Switzerland. So that is the way to proceed step by step. And then that also is taken care of. Instability. Instability is the inability to maintain your high state. Supposing I'm doing sadhana, I'm able to reach a high state, but then I should be able to hold it continuously for long periods of time. But what happens is sometimes I'm able to do 30 minutes meditation. I do it for a week. Then it comes down to 15 minutes. Then it comes down to 10 minutes. Then again, after a month, it goes up to 20 minutes. So this unsteadiness has to stop. This instability has to stop. So why is it happening? Why is it unstable? And again, because of Rajas. Rajas is behaving in a chaotic manner. Not fully chaotic, but yes, it is not properly regulated manner. Rajas has still not come under my control. So I need to bring Rajas under my control. So that when I say 30 minutes, I know people, if they sit for meditation for 20 minutes, they open their eyes exactly after 20 minutes, even without a clock, even without an alarm. They simply open it. So that is important. And these are the basic things he's talking about. So in conclusion, we just have to remember three things. Our mind is the barometer of our existence. Our mind has thoughts which you can see, judge, analyze. These thoughts have three qualities: quality of formlessness, quality of form, and quality of transformation, change. And if we reduce the thoughts which have form, if we reduce the thoughts which are transforming, we will find the quality of our existence going very high. And yoga is precisely this. Yoga means to control the existence inside you. Control the existence inside you. Form is coming from outside. Motion is coming from outside. The formless is coming from inside. So that is what we need to practice. That is what we need to do. That is what we need to balance. And then you will find wonderful things happening. Absolutely wonderful things happening. So yoga is very simple, very fundamental, very basic, and all one needs to do is stick to the basics, and you will find step by step unbelievable things will start happening. Yeah. Okay. So with this, we finish this topic of today, and we can do a meditation for about 15 minutes, or 10 to 15 minutes. Um, Yeah, I can explain what I have gone through. Someday, definitely yes, or probably I can share in the group. But let's come to the meditation. So my idea now is ki for the next 10 minutes at least, let us look at the thoughts which come to us. Do not engage with those thoughts. Do not get entangled with those thoughts. Just neutrally watch those thoughts which are coming to you, and just see those thoughts. Are those thoughts with form, without form, or are they transformational thoughts? Are they changing thoughts? We will take some feedback, we'll take some people's experiences so that we can understand better exactly what happened. And once you are able to do this, then you will be able to do it anywhere in your life. You are sitting in your office, your employee has come and he's talking to you, and you will be analyzing his thoughts, whether it is forming under the formless form or the uh, transformation types. And you will get to know where is he existing in the world outside. And you will get to know what is his divinity level. And you will get to know what kind of performances you can expect from him. Yeah. तो ये करने से बहुत ही मैजिकल है. इट इज लाइक रनिंग एन एक्सरे on everything around you, on yourself, on people around you, on situations around you, circumstances around you, and you are constantly improving with a very simple technique. या तो आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट कि आप लोग बॉडी को पूरा कंफर्टेबल कर लीजिए, जितना कंफर्टेबल कर सकते हैं. माइंड को भी रिलैक्स कर लीजिए, or just simply look at your thoughts the way you are watching, say, a movie in a theater. uh, see the characters which are coming. Consider thoughts as characters. See those characters which are coming. वो क्या है? Are they formless? Do they have a form? Or are they about some change, some transition, some movement, some motion? ये एक बार आप थोड़ा सा ऑब्जर्व करिए, एंड इफ यू कैन शेयर, नथिंग लाइक इट. या तो काइंडली स्टार्ट. That's all.
I just have a clarification, Sanjay. So you
Yeah.
said mind is a barometer, and then you said mind has three something. Do you mind repeating it? Mind has three. I started noting down, and then I lost.
Yeah. They are the same things. Three form, formless, and transformation. That
Oh,
is
from.
Rajas, Sattva, and Tamas.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, because you
Thanks.
see, when we see outside in the universe, outside in the skies, we see form, stars, we see formless, the open sky, and we see motion, some shooting stars. Okay. If we go by science, then the sun is revolving, the earth is rotating and revolving, the moon is definitely rotating and revolving. So these three are primary qualities of nature, Prakriti. Yeah, they always have existed. So wherever you have nature, they will exist. So human body is nature, and human mind also is nature. Both of them together are nature, and both of them are considered inert. As per yogic philosophy, a body is not considered a living entity. A body is considered an inert entity. With inert means without consciousness. Mind is considered without consciousness. Consciousness is in the Atma, the Purusha. Then the question is, how is this body running? This body is running out of Rajas. And what is defining its motions, its actions? That is the Buddhi. The Buddhi has a program. That program is sanskaras there. So sanskaras which are stored in the buddhi are actually small software programs which are memorized, which keep on running the body, which keep on producing action. So that is the way the yogic perspective looks at it. And the beauty is, they say when a person is born as a human being, he has a conditioned mind. Mind already has certain parameters built in of existence. So when you enter samadhi, the nirbheet samadhi, and you remove the mind from there, then you are removing the conditioning of the mind totally. So you reach a zero state of mind. Now, when you reach a zero state of mind, you are actually at the origin of a new mind. And there you can program any universal law which you want, which will be different from the existing universe. So that is why these siddhis come. It is unbelievable. The more you go into it, the depth you will find the astoundingness of the whole science.
So I had a question.
Yes,
When we were meditating, when I was meditating, there were a lot of external sounds which were very prominent, like
yes,
the crow, the bird, the fan.
yes.
So, what should one say, that concentrate only on the breath, or because the attention of the mind went towards those sounds? So,
Yeah. So your mind is still external oriented. Your mind has not been able to pull itself back into itself. As per Patanjali's that eight-limbed yoga which I was talking about, the fifth stage is called pratihara. Pratihara, you pull your mind from the outer world into the inner world. So that practice needs to be done. But you cannot start from that fifth step. You have to start from the first step. And then slowly, gradually, with practice, it will start happening for you.
thank you.
It is a science. It has to be followed step by step. There are no shortcuts in it. Yeah. हाँ
I
बोलिए
have
सर.
been doing meditation for some time,
Okay.
off and on, of course, not very regularly. Possibly my mind is a little more stabilized, but even then, yes, initially I start hearing the chirping of the birds, but then that goes away. But yet thoughts still come. For example, something related to my work, and then something connected to it as to why, and then we, yes, leave it away and go back to concentration on breath and other things.
Yeah. So there are two things here. You need to follow a proper science, a proper system. Patanjali has suggested two systems. One system is called Kriya Yoga, and the other system is called Ashtang Yoga. And Ashtang Yoga is the eight-limbed yoga. Asht is eight, Ang is limb, Ashtang Yoga. Now, Kriya Yoga is part of Ashtang Yoga. But for a beginner, if you are facing difficulties, then Kriya Yoga works very fine. And once if you have achieved proficiency in Kriya Yoga, then Ashtang Yoga can be done, because Ashtang Yoga goes to the very higher levels. Kriya Yoga has no meditation. Ashtang Yoga has meditation. Ashtang Yoga has concentration, meditation, and higher levels of samadhi. So probably you can do some work with Kriya Yoga first. Kriya Yoga has 3 steps. The first step is called tapas. That means to control the physical objects of the human body. That means the 5 sense organs, the 5 organs of action, the Panch Mahabhutas, and the mind. These 16 things are controlled through discipline. Then what happens? Then you're able to control rajas and tamas. Then the second step is Swa-Adhyay. In Swa-Adhyay, you read literature on purifying the Atma or Atmic knowledge or self-knowledge. So there you purify the inner part. That means the Chitta. That means the Buddhi, the Ahankar, and the Manas. And then the third part is Ishwar Pranidhana, where you submit yourself to the Ishwara, where you surrender yourself to the Ishwara. So that part takes care of Prakriti. Prakriti is very powerful. So when you do Ishwar Pranidhana, you are able to control Prakriti at the source level. And then things start happening for you. Sanskaras come under control. New sanskaras are better sanskaras. Life takes on a turn. So that is what he has suggested, and it is called Kriya Yoga because Kriya means action. So he says start with action. It is meant for common people without going into concentration, meditation, and samadhi. And once you are able to do this, then shift to Ashtang Yoga, where these 3 things are there. And there also he says that concentration, meditation, and samadhi has to be practiced only if you are looking for siddhis and if you're looking for mukti. If you're not looking for siddhis, if you're not looking for muktis, then till pratihara is fine. Pratihara means to bring the mind from outside to inside, to bring your sense organs under control. Because when the sense organs come under control, you're automatically controlling the tamas and the rajas. So the vrittis go away and peace comes. And automatically the illnesses of the body also go away.
In today's world, are there any people who have achieved, who can do this Ashtang, whatever you had said, sorry, I didn't pick it up. And what is the level which I would say, ask you personally, that you would have achieved?
Okay, you see, normally what they say is ki if you have achieved some level, it is advisable not to talk about it. The reason being, once if you have some siddhis or if you have reached some level, then Prakriti is always there. And then Prakriti pulls you down. So you have to be under surrender to Ishvara. Ishvara is higher in the hierarchy than Prakriti. And Ishvara controls Prakriti, Ishvara controls Purusha, the Atma. So that is the way people adopt. So what they normally say, even in Gurbani it is mentioned, कि those who know, they do not say. And those who do not know, they say. So it is very difficult to actually answer your question, कि who has reached what level.
But by looking at people, is it possible to understand that the other person has possibly achieved that level?
You can make out. You can make out from the aura. You can make out from the vibes you get. You can make out from the from your intuition. Your inner self will pick up. You see, nature will give you three signals: सत्व, रजस and tamas. चाहे जो भी हो, सामने राक्षस हो या भगवान हो, it will give you those three signals. So if there is God in front of you, you will get a sattvic signal. And if there is a Rakshasa in front of you, you will get a tamasic signal. So you can make out, we have intellect, we have intuition, we have sixth sense, we can make out.
Maybe in the next session,
Sorry?
In the next session, I would request you
Yeah.
to tell us about the transformation that it has brought in you, so that it will encourage all of us to also concentrate more on meditation, because a person is led by example, and I think that would be the best thing to do.
I have come through a very difficult path. Okay, and I will not suggest you to follow my path. I have come through a very difficult path. Very, very difficult path. God may not show that path to people. Or if you want to know about it, I can tell you. I have been a bipolar disorder and hypomaniac patient since 1993. I was very close to a mental asylum. And even today, I am on medication. I take lithium tablets. Lithium is one ion which controls the transmission of signals and neurons in the human brain, handles both the extremes, extreme depression and extreme excitement, creates a balance. I've started in a very bad way. And magic happened to me. I was blessed. I was a chain smoker. Somebody at Pragati Maidan in an exhibition called me inside his stall and said, I will teach you a technique, your smoking will go. So they did something behind my back. I was sitting on a chair. I felt tingling currents up my spine. And within 2 days, I gave up my smoking. Okay, so that is what got me interested into spirituality. I'm a engineer, a telecom and electronics student, a topper. I was surprised. How can this happen? You sit on a chair, the guy is not even touching you. You're feeling tingling sensations. I've been wanting to leave smoking for years, and suddenly it goes. So that is what got me into it. Later on, I realized it is Kundalini Yoga. And then I became very aggressive. I heard Anad Nad. I got the MRI done of my brain to find out what is causing these sounds in me. Then I chanced upon a Theosophical Society old book which mentioned those sounds, the same order in which I was hearing. So it has been a very interesting journey and a very difficult journey. I have changed many gurus because I find this place to be a worldly place. And there's nothing wrong about it, but I was not feeling comfortable. And now I look upon Ishvara as the Guru, the eternal Guru. I believe we have Guru Granth Sahib in the house. I believe in the Gurdwara system. I go there quite regularly. That also has helped. So there are many things, It is actually a path which is defined for you. The path will unfold for you. You have to be patient. Allow it to unfold. You you are an aspirant. Okay, you have an aspiration. So become a sadhak. Uh, don't be an aspirant. Become a sadhak. The path will come.
One request, if you
Yeah.
can speak in Hindi, then I can get various people across the country to join this, because the people in Gujarat and Rajasthan who don't really understand very good English, and I think Hindi is one language which everybody will understand. If you can do this, it will be very good.
नहीं मैं बोल सकता हूँ हिंदी. I've been brought up in मध्य प्रदेश. हिंदी की कोई इशू नहीं है. हिंदी बोल सकते हैं. No issues. Absolutely.
Sanjay da,
Yeah.
Sanjay da, now that we are almost on the, I think the next one is the fourth one that you will be holding.
Yeah.
Now we learned so much, like Patanjali Yoga Sutras, Kriya Jog that you were mentioning, and these modules. Can you take up these modules even if it is on a payment mode later on? Because you take many classes. I have seen Patanjali Yoga Sutras divided into modules. If you can.
Yeah, we will do that. I have that plan. You see, my intention was I have a team of people working with me, and I was advised that let us build a community first, community of like-minded people who are interested in
Correct.
Patanjali Yoga Sutras, so
Correct.
that we have proper exchange, we have the right environment, people learn that kind of I would say a climate is built up. So we have in mind to have those courses. We will do it. I was thinking in 4 lines actually. There are
Yes.
4 chapters.
Yes.
So probably the first chapter is on Samadhi. So one could be on Samadhi. Second is on Sadhana. Third is on Siddhis. And the fourth is on Kevalya, means Mukti.
Ji.
So probably it can be done that way. But then these are bigger chapters. They have 50 plus sutras.
Correct.
Total there are 196 sutras and there are 4 chapters. So on an average 45-50 per sutra. So
Yes.
इसको वर्कआउट करते हैं. आई थिंक अनिल जी के लिए थोड़ा लेट मी टॉक इन हिंदी.
हाँ, हिंदी में बात कीजिए, उसमें कोई
हाँ,
प्रॉब्लम
हिंदी में
नहीं है.
करते हैं. या आई विल बी हैप्पी इन हिंदी में. ज्यादा खुशी होगी.
Sanjay, please also remember there are people who may not be very proficient in Hindi. Of course, I am a Tamilian. I can fully understand Hindi, but too much of Hindi becomes a little bit difficult to follow. So mix Hindi and English.
ठीक है, चलो.
English.
Yeah, okay.
संजय सर,
हाँ, बोलिए प्लीज.
मैंने आपको चैट बॉक्स में भी लिखा है क्या मेरे को आज बहुत हाई बीपी है, तो आपने कहा कि ये सब साइकोमेटिक्स डिजीज होते हैं.
नहीं, मैंने ये नहीं कहा. मैंने कहा कि कहते हैं कि 80 to 85% साइकोसोमैटिक होते हैं.
हाँ, लेकिन मेरे को भी बहुत लोग बोलते हैं कि ये साइकोसोमेटिक है, लेकिन बहुत हाई बीपी है. अभी मैं मेडिटेशन कर रही थी, तो खाली मेरे को और कुछ नहीं थॉट आए, खाली यही कि मेरे को बीपी है, बस यही थॉट आ रहे थे.
नहीं, मैं आपको फिर मैं एक मिनट आप रुकिए. ये जो हमारा माइंड है ना, ये बहुत शक्तिशाली चीज है. बहुत शक्तिशाली चीज है. और आपके शरीर में से आपका शरीर निकल जाएगा, आपके कपड़े निकल जाएंगे, आपकी आत्मा निकल जाएगी, लेकिन मन आसानी से नहीं निकलेगा. तो ये मन जो है ना, इसको जो आप प्रोग्राम करेंगे ये वो ज्यादा करता है. जो आप सोचेंगे उसको वो ज्यादा करता है. आप इसको अगर ये सोचेंगे ध्यान में बैठ के कि मेरे को बीपी है, आपका बीपी बढ़ने लगेगा. आपका बीपी का संस्कार स्ट्रांग होने लगेगा, आपका बीपी बढ़ने लगेगा. आपको जो भी चाहिए और जो आपके पास नहीं है वो थॉट आपको डालना है.
अच्छा.
ये आप दिमाग में रखिए। आपको अगर बीपी है तो आपको अपने आप को ब्रेन वॉश करना है, बेवकूफ बनाना है कि आपको बीपी नहीं है।
ओके। तो वही मैं मतलब इतने सालों से मेडिसिन ले रही हूँ, फिर भी बीच बीच में एकदम से हाई हो जाता है। कोई समझ में नहीं आता है क्यों होता है। डॉक्टर लोग भी बोलते हैं सब ठीक है, फिर क्यों होता है?
नहीं देखिए, मैं मेडिकल डॉक्टर नहीं हूँ, मैं आपको कोई भी दवाई बंद करने के लिए एडवाइस नहीं करूंगा, लेकिन आप माइंड में वही डालिए जो आपको चाहिए, जो नहीं
ओके
चाहिए वो मत डालिए।
ओके। डालते तो नहीं है, नहीं कभी पहले तो सोचा नहीं कि मेरे को हाई बीपी है, लेकिन अपने
नहीं
आप ही जब लगता
नहीं
है
नहीं
तब
नहीं
चेक करना पड़ता है।
नहीं नहीं, आपके लाइफ में कुछ प्रेशर पॉइंट्स हैं, कुछ प्रेशर सिचुएशंस हैं जिस कारण से ये बीपी हाई हो जाता है।
ओके।
हाँ, आपको एक्सटर्नल एनवायरनमेंट पे भी वर्क करना पड़ेगा और इंटरनल पे भी वर्क करना पड़ेगा, और मेडिकेशन चालू रखना पड़ेगा मेडिकल सुपरविजन के अंडर, और डॉक्टर की एडवाइस पे ही कम करना होगा, अपने आप
हाँ
कम नहीं करना होगा, बंद नहीं
नहीं,
करना होगा।
वो तो ठीक बात है। हाँ।
और आप अपना थिंकिंग में ये डाल दीजिए कि आपको नहीं है।
ठीक है।
मैं आपको एक बहुत अजीब केस बोलता हूँ, ठीक है।
हम्म
एक लेडी है जिन्होंने, हम लोग पहले मास्टर की सिस्टम के कोर्स करते थे, तो वो माइंड के ऊपर है पूरा, मैनिफेस्टेशन पे।
हम्म
तो उनका करीबन 7 दिन पहले उनको लिस्बन जाना था। उनके उनके लंग्स में कैंसर है, तो वो 3 साल पहले ट्रीटमेंट हुआ था, तो उनको दोबारा बुलाए थे चेकअप के लिए।
ओके।
तो जाने के एक दिन पहले उनके बेटे ने यूएस में किसी डॉक्टर से कंसल्ट किया। वो बोला आप पहले ब्रेन का स्कैन करा लीजिए एक बार, क्योंकि लंबी जर्नी है, तो ब्रेन का स्कैन करा लीजिए। ब्रेन का स्कैन कराए तो मैडम 10 जगह पे ट्यूमर निकला, जो कि पहले कभी था ही नहीं।
ओहो।
और पूरा परिवार मतलब मातम सा छा गया।
हाँ।
जॉइंट परिवार है, वो बड़ा परिवार है। और डॉक्टरों ने आपस में सलाह किया, यूएस डॉक्टर, बॉम्बे, ये चेन्नई का डॉक्टर और लिस्बन का डॉक्टर, उन्होंने मेडिकेशन चेंज करी। उसके बाद बोले कि ठीक है, इनको आप लिस्बन भेजिए, अब हम लोग यहाँ लंग्स का चेक करके रेडिएशन देंगे। तो उनको लेकर गए लिस्बन। लिस्बन जाने के पहले जिस दिन रात में इनको मालूम चला कि उनको ये ट्यूमर है, उनको उन्होंने बताया नहीं कि 10 है, उनको उन्होंने बताया 2 है घर वालों ने। तो लेडी पूरी हताश हो गई थी। और उनसे मेरी बात हुई, मैंने उनसे कहा कि आप सिर्फ ये सोचिए कि कितनी भाग्यशाली हैं आप, अगर आप फ्लाइट में आपको कुछ हो जाता एयर प्रेशर के कारण, तब क्या होता आपका। और एक दिन पहले यूएस डॉक्टर ने आपको बोला, जो कि सीन में कहीं था ही नहीं। तो उन्होंने माना, बोले मैं हनुमान जी की भक्त हूँ। उन्होंने हनुमान जी के पूजा करना चालू किया, और कुछ दिन बाद वो गई। ताज्जुब की बात मैं बता रहा हूँ, नथिंग लेस देन अ मिरेकल। माइंड का पावर सुनिए आप। वहां पे जब उनका ब्रेन स्कैन हुआ, तो उनका जो ट्यूमर 10.2 सेंटीमीटर साइज का था, वो 7 दिन के अंदर 7 सेंटीमीटर का हो गया।
ओह यार, तो मिरेकल हो गया।
हाँ, और दूसरा वाला भी प्रोपोर्शनेटली 30-40% कम हो गया। और उनको
ओके।
रेडिएशन दिए, वो रेडिएशन ले पाई, और वो लेडी कल इंडिया वापस आ गई है। पूरा ये ड्रामा 7 दिन के अंदर हो गया।
ओके।
तो माइंड में बहुत पावर होता है, आप जो सोचेंगी वो होगा। आप मान के चलिए कि ईश्वर आपके अंदर बसे हैं, आप जो बोलेंगे वो तथास्तु कर रहे हैं बस। ठीक है।
ठीक है। थैंक यू सो मच सर।
वेलकम। तो देर आर नो, और कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं हो तो हमारे आगे वापस। हाँ बोलिए सर।
I have virtually no hearing left in me. I have a cochlear implant, and with this that I hear you. Do
Okay.
you think that with this mind power, I can get my cochlear back into functioning and back into hearing? I have had otosclerosis, which means the calcification of the stapes bone. Stapedectomy surgery we karwai, but that failed. Then I got a cochlear implant done in my ears, and that's how I hear.
नहीं, आप मेरी बात सुनिए। मैं एक मेडिकल डॉक्टर नहीं हूँ। ओके, आई डू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड मेडिकल टर्म्स। मैं मेडिकल टर्म्स नहीं समझता। लेकिन मैं जो समझता हूं कि ये जो इंसान का माइंड है इसमें ट्रेमेंडस पावर है, और इंसान का माइंड जो है ये मिरेकल्स करता है. एंड इफ यू वांट टू रिसर्च फर्दर ऑन दिस, so Dr. Joe Dispenza, he's a medical doctor. He has been doing research on the power of mind in curing illnesses. He's a very well-known doctor, tremendous experimentation, good books. Dr. Joe Dispenza. आप उनसे उनकी किताब आप रिसर्च करके लीजिए. उनकी रिसेंटली एक बुक आई है, समथिंग अबाउट बिकमिंग द सुपर नॉर्मल मैन, और इट इज एंटायरली बेस्ड ऑन अ साइंटिफिक एवेल्युएशन. पूरा ब्रेन के स्कैन्स होते हैं बिफोर मेडिटेशन, आफ्टर मेडिटेशन, और ही हैज क्लेम्ड मिरेकुलस रिजल्ट्स. सो आप उनसे एक बार उनकी कोई बुक लेके पढ़िए. एक उनकी पहले की बुक है द प्लेसिबो इफेक्ट. दैट वाज वन ऑफ हिज बेस्ट सेलर्स. इट विल गिव यू सम आइडिया. It will give you some idea.
Can you give the name of that book on the WhatsApp group? So we'll pick it up from there.
हाँ, मैं दे दूंगा, मेरे पास है. It's not here with me in this room, but it's there with me. I will click a photograph and send it in the group.
Okay.
आप संडे वाले ग्रुप में है ना?
हाँ, मैं संडे के ग्रुप में हूँ.
हाँ, मैं उसमें डाल दूंगा.
अच्छा.
चलिए फिर. Thank you so much. हाँ, नमस्कार. God bless.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.